and welcome to BBC Bite Size. I am Seren and I will tell you about the rainforest. I will cover layers of the rainforest, deforestation, and I think that's it. Done with the talking, let's get started. We have arrived at the forest floor. This has, I think, the least amount of creatures. It is also at the bottom, so it is very dark. It doesn't have that much sunlight, it doesn't have that much wind, it isn't rainy. So it has the least amount of everything. Let me tell you some animals. Anteaters, snakes, ants, insects, acromantula, spiders. But there are also some different things there. On the forest floor, there are indigenous people. Indigenous means that they have lived in the rainforest. Their ancestors have lived in the rainforest. And they still use some of the traditions. If we go a long way back, we will still find, if we go to the rainforest and go a long way back, we will still find indigenous people using some of those same traditions. Indigenous people don't really have any contact with the outer world. And they might have the smallest bit of contact, but not much. They use canoes. We use cars, they use canoes. And I think that's all, except I forgot about the river. Amazon River. This is the Amazon River. It is much bigger than this. See, that's a bit of it. It is the second largest river in the world. Some creatures live in the river. Moving on, up we go into the understory. The understory has a lot of creatures: chameleons, jaguars, snakes, insects, maybe sloths, birds, monkeys, and more. The understory has more light, more wind, more sun, and more rain because it is nearer the top. This has a lot of creatures, as I said. It has also... Oh, that's the next floor. No, secrets are going to be given away. Still listening? So, an interesting fact about the understory is that the understory has maybe the most amount of creatures. Moving on, to the canopy we go. Here, we are here. We need to be careful because there are howler monkeys who are very territorial. There are more monkeys, more birds, but there are less snakes. Or are there any snakes? That's a question. Monkeys. The canopy forgot to tell you, the canopy, I think, has some chameleons too. So, the canopy also has a blanket on top of it. Their leaves are like a blanket. As you hide under a blanket, it is basically a blanket on top of you. You cannot see because it is thick. There is more light down here, there is more light up here, more wind, more rain, more everything. Moving on. Let's go up. Now we are at the emergent layer. The emergent layer and the forest floor, the least amount of creatures. The emergent layer really only has two-toed sloths, birds, monkeys. And the tallest tree is 70 feet. Don't fall because you're a long way down. If you see the clouds up here, told you that it is so high. Over here it is even taller and it looks like hills. They're so close together. It's even taller than the clouds. And there you could even see the Amazon River, because that is how big it is. There's scarlet macaws in the emergent layer and toucans. Hello, Mr. Toucan. In the emergent layer too. That's all for the layers of the rainforest. Let's get started on deforestation. Deforestation is when a tree is knocked down by humans. So, there are some good things about deforestation, a shock, and of course, you know, bad things. Some good things are that there is a less if you cut down a tree, it is less likely that it will fall on top of you. Also, by cutting trees, you are stopping diseases, or is it making diseases spread? I think it's stopping diseases spread. But I don't know that many of the good things, so let's just move on to the bad things. The bad things are trees contain oxygen. We need oxygen to survive. If you want to survive, save the trees. Also, there are many bad things. I'm only saying one. Goodbye from the BBC Bite Size team and me.